Hi, this is Tris, Editor-in-Chief here at iPhone Hacks, and today I want to tell you about one of the least known about, but probably one of the coolest hidden features of iOS 6 that no one knows about, but everyone should. It's guided access. We had a post about this earlier this week, but we thought we'd give you a little demo of what it can actually do. It's kind of cool. And the thing is, the reason why most of us don't know about it is because it's hidden under accessibility, because it's an accessibility option to restrict the use of your iOS device, iPad or iPhone, to just one app. And not only just restricting it to one app, but restricting the parts of the screen that can be used, or even if the screen will respond to touch at all, or even if you rotate the screen, what will happen. So how do you get to this? How do you find this amazing tool, guided access? Well, first you start at settings and you go to general, you scroll all the way down to accessibility, and then you find guided access. So I'll try to bring that up a little higher, and now you just turn it on. Okay, now an important thing about guided access, to use it as it's intended, is setting a passcode. Why? It makes sure that when you lock to use just one app, it'll stay locked and someone will not be able to jump out of it. Kind of defeats the point. So we're going to set a passcode, and we're just going to use 2222, and do it again, 2222. Great. The other thing you notice here is that the screen sleep and screen lock is off. Once you turn guided access on and it's running, then the screen will not go to sleep and the screen will not lock, which is great if you're displaying an app or a web page in a demo, like at a kiosk, or someone, like a kid is playing a game and you don't want to have to unlock the iPad if they set it aside for a minute. They can just keep playing the game, set it down, come back, and it'll still be ready to play. Okay, now we have guided access on. So what do we do now? Well, now we have to pick an app. Contrary to what you might hope or think, guided access doesn't let you, say, restrict that you can only use particular apps. It's focused on locking to one app at a time. So we're going to use Safari as our example here on the iPhone Hacks homepage. I'm just going to go to the homepage. And to turn guided access on, first thing you need to do is triple click the home button. Okay, it might take you a couple tries to get it set. Okay, now here at the bottom, the hardware buttons are always off, which means you can't lock the screen, you can't press the home button to exit it, etc. and so forth. And you can also turn touch off, which would be great if you have sort of a movie that's just going to run and loop over and over again, or you have just an image you want to display and you don't want it to go away. Someone can't touch and make it go away. You can also lock whether or not motion is locked, which means you can't, if you set this up as it is here in landscape and someone turns it to portrait, it won't change anything. So I'm going to lock, motion is off, so it means I can't do anything with it. Now, so if I start guided access now, it's only locked to Safari, but they could tap any of my bookmarks, search Google, etc. and so forth. So one example has been given if you were doing an online based quiz or test, and you don't want people having to be able to search Google for the answer. So what you do is you lock the memory. You just draw here on the screen. You see there's a little black line, and iOS will kind of guess where you're pointing at. And what this does is this area up at the top will not respond to touch. So I get a little thing, guided access is started. If I hit the home button, nothing happens. Guided access is enabled. You have to triple click and put in the password. And you see at the top it's sort of cross-hatched in gray. It means if I touch anywhere in here, touch, I'm touching, nothing is happening. But I can still go through the website. I can pick any part of this. You can call it the hot zone. So if you want to read this post, that's great. You can read the post. Now, obviously, in this example, if you tap an ad, it's going to take you out, and you wouldn't be able to go back because the back buttons are blocked off. But you kind of get the idea. You can map out more than one no-go zone. Say if there are controls at the bottom you wanted to block off. But that's pretty much how it works. It would let you focus on just that particular app. In this case, it would be Safari. And to get out of it, it's very easy. Again, it's just a triple tap. Put in that passcode. Okay. And you end guided access. You get the little prompt guided access is ended. And you're done. So this has been one example, but let's look at another example like games. So I'm going to go out to my home screen, and I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to bring up Temple Run. Okay, I haven't played a lot with Temple Run yet. Bring it out so you can see it. And what you would do is once you would get going, I think you want to make sure you know where all the controls are. As you get in, you triple tap. Okay, and in this case, you want to allow motion. That's important. Touch obviously is important. And you don't really want to lock out anything here in the screen. So you could just start. Guided access is started. I can still touch and play. I'm being chased by the beast here. I'm going to swipe to jump. Whee! Yay! And I'm going to die in a second because, you know. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Dead. Okay, but I can't get out of the game. If I press the button, I can't get out. And you got to get the triple click, and then you're done. And I end, and that's it. So it's pretty cool. Bring this forward. It's pretty cool. It's very handy, as you can see, and I think everyone could get a lot of use out of being able to lock out portions of your screen. Now I'm going to turn it off because there's no harm in keeping it running, but I just don't want to turn it on by accident. There it is. But that's it. This has been Trish from iPhone Hacks giving a little guided tour of guided access.